I'm Bobby, and this is another True Bobby Miller Stories. Everyone has a story and many memories, some good, some bad, and some that are just unforgettable. That's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you my stories, live and in living color. This is True Bobby Miller Stories. Hey guys, Bobby here with another True Bobby Miller Stories. If you didn't know, I used to coach football, high school football. I used to play football. And one thing I used to always tell my players is that if you trash talk, you better back it up. And I learned that lesson a long time ago, and that's what today's story is about. When I was in 6th grade, I had a friend who happened to be a girl, and that girl was a couple years older than me, and she had a boyfriend that was 1 year older than her. So I think he was in 9th grade and I was in 6th grade. And he got mad at me one day for talking to his girlfriend or whatnot, and he challenged me to a fight, to a duel, so to speak. And he said, in the old adage, like people used to say, meet me at the playground at such and such time. So he said, meet me at the park at 4 o'clock today, and I'll see you there. And I was like, yeah, you will see me there. And I was like talking trash, which was stupid because I don't know how to fight. I grew up with a single mom and 2 sisters, and usually my sisters did all the fighting for me, so I never had to fight. Going on throughout the day, I had completely forgotten about this fight. Matter of fact, I didn't even plan on going. I'm not gonna go fight this dude. But I was going to my friend's house, who ironically happened to live right by that park that I was supposed to be at. And sure enough, I went around that same time I was supposed to be there. And I was riding my bike, and I had my Walkman in, the old school Walkman where you put a tape in. And anyway, so I had that on. I was listening to music. And I took off my headphones because I saw this kid on the sidewalk, and I see him yell to a group. He says, "Hey, he's coming!" Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. And so my friend had come out, and he's like, "Man," and he tried to hand me a stick. I remember, like this big old, like a good stick. He's like, "Man, you might want to have this." And I was like, "No, man, I ain't gonna need it." I'm talking trash a little bit. And sure enough, this guy, I won't say his name, but he came, and he had probably, 10, 15 people with him. And this was before all the cell phones and cameras. So, you fought, and that was it. And you were cool afterwards. Well, what happened is he came up, and I'm still on my bike, and I got my Walkman in my hand, and he is being like super cordial and nice to me while everybody's looking. And he's like, "You know what, man, I was just thinking about this, like we shouldn't be fighting, but I do want to know, like, why do you talk to my girlfriend?" And that's when I made the dumbest mistake ever, because I fell for what he was selling. I fell for him wanting to make peace, yet I wanted to make my name known in the community and all this stuff as like someone that knows how to fight, which I don't, or at least someone that didn't back down. So I was like, I talked to her because, you don't treat her right, which was so stupid. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to be a better boyfriend and all that stuff." I have my Walkman in my hand like this, my right hand. And so he's talking to me, and he says, "And I've been thinking about this. I don't think we should fight, man. Let's just shake hands and be cool with it." So he extends his left hand, which you shake with your right hand, but my right hand's full. So he extends his left hand, and I go to shake it. My hands are now full because I have his left hand in my left hand, and he has his right hand left. And I tell you what, he hit me so hard, right square in the face, right in the eye. I had no clue where I was. I just remember that I was in a fight, and I was still on my bike. So I had to get off my bike, and I did one of these like I was actually really gonna fight. And he hit me again with another right hand, same place, and I went boom, right down to the ground. And he was boom, 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 just getting after me, and letting me have it. And I was like, okay. I remember I was just like, I'm done. And he got pulled off by all his friends and everything like that. And he walked away with his buddies, and I'm standing there, and I'm trying to act like it didn't hurt, but man, that hurt. All my friends are kind of right there, and they're like, "Man, your eye, you might want to go put some ice on it." And I'm like, "Oh no, man, I'm fine." Probably like a half hour had passed, and someone gave me a mirror, and my eye had completely closed shut. And I mean, it was probably the size of a baseball. And I just remember telling myself, what am I gonna tell my mother when I get home? Like, I can't tell her I got into a fight, you know? I remember riding home and I was like, okay, I fell off my bike and I hit a rock. So I told my mother when she saw it, she's like, what happened to you? And, you know, and I said, oh, I fell off my bike and I hit a rock. And she knew I was in a fight. She could just tell. She wasn't stupid. So she kept asking. She's like, Bobby, what happened? I was like, I fell off my bike and I hit a rock. Probably like an hour later, because I was like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, okay, you're going to learn the hard way. And finally I was like, you know, Mom, I got into a fight and I lost, obviously. And finally we put some ice on there, but the damage had been done. It was too late. And that next morning, my eye, I've never seen anything like so big. Like, it was massively big and it was massively colored. I couldn't see out of it. It was like I was partially blind. So like my mom gave me an eye patch to wear to school because it was so grotesque, because I didn't put ice on it right away. So I went to school and everybody was like, oh, you know, and just kind of giving me the business about my eye. And, you know, and then I saw that guy and he was laughing, of course, and he's like, you ready for some more? I was like, nope. So I learned my lesson quick. And, but I was partially blind for at least 3 weeks because I couldn't open my eye at all. And today, I hope if you learned anything, is that don't write checks that your butt can't cash. And if you're gonna talk trash, you better be able to back it up. And I have not been in a fight since, and thank the Lord, because I look big, so I look scary, but I don't know how to fight. So don't try to fight me. And with that, everybody, that's this week's True Bobby Miller Stories. See you next time.